Okay, okay. Start your lecture.
Okay, sir. So, good morning, one and all. So, let's try to figure out what topic which we are going to learn today. So, firstly, let's close our fist tightly and stretch our hands. Now, if we touch the upper part, what do you feel? If you touch the upper part of your arm, how it is?
There is a stretch.
Yeah. Now, if we move this arm towards our shoulder, now if we touch over here, how it is, hard or soft? How it is the nature, hardness of softness you can feel?
Hard.
Yeah. So, today we will be learning about the muscular system and the digestive system in a human body. So, now I am sharing the PPT. So, our topic for today is, sorry. So, our topic for today is the muscular system and digestive system in the human beings. So, as we are going to learn about the muscles, the study of muscle is known as myology, where myo stands for muscles and logy means study. So, basically, it's study of muscles. Now, how can we define the muscles? These muscles, they are the bundle of fibers that contracts and relax as and when required. So, the muscles, they give shape and posture to our body. As mentioned, the muscles contract and relax. So, why is it so? This is because it carry out the movement in our body. Now, if you see this, when we stretch our hands, the muscle lengthens, that is relaxes. Whereas when we move our hand, so it shortens, that is contracts. So basically, relaxation and contraction occurs when movement takes place. So muscles is required for all type of movement such as walking, chopping, jumping, and even in expressions such as happy, sad. All these expressions are also expressed by our muscles. So they give shape and posture, it contracts and leads to movement. So we will be learning three types of muscles: skeletal muscles, cardiac muscles, and the smooth muscles. But before we learn about this, can anyone tell me which is the largest muscle present in human body? Okay, so as we know, the thigh bone, it is the longest bone in the human body. So the largest muscle is present around the thigh, whereas the smallest muscle is attached to the bone present around a ear. The smallest bone as size of a rice grain. So the smallest muscle is present around the stapes. So now, before we start learning the types of muscles, first let's see what is voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. So if I give you two examples, observe the movement of your eyelid, that is blinking of eye, and then you yourself moving your hands. So what is the difference in the pattern or difference in the pattern of the movement? Anyone? Am I audible?
The movement of
Yes.
eye
Yeah,
is
yeah.
controlled
Is
by
controlled
us,
by us,
whereas the
whereas the
blinking
blinking
is not
is not
under
under
co-control.
co-control.
Exactly, correct. So, 1 minute. So, voluntary muscles, they perform function that depends upon our will, that is under our control. Example, we are moving our hands and legs that is walking, running, lifting, writing, and so on. Whereas involuntary muscles, they perform function that does not depend upon our will, that is not under our control. For example, the blinking of our eye, function of heart, stomach, and various other internal organs. So let's try to solve these examples and classify them in voluntary and involuntary muscles. So firstly, the muscles around the legs, this one, what will it be? Which type? This one, voluntary or involuntary?
Voluntary.
Correct, it will be voluntary muscles. Then the second image, this, the feet, it will be
Voluntary.
correct. Then the stomach,
Involuntary.
what about the intestine?
Involuntary.
Correct. And the movement of arms?
Voluntary.
Correct. And lastly, the movement of heart. It will
Involuntary.
be involuntary muscles. So here we have understood what is voluntary and involuntary muscles. So now let's move to the types of muscles. So if you observe this image, there are three types you can see. One is around the bones. The second one is around the heart. The third one, if you see, the intestine. So firstly we'll see the skeletal muscles. So these skeletal muscles, they are attached towards the bones. So basically it attached to bones with the help of tendons, and their function is giving shape and posture to the body. So the skeletal muscles, they are attached with bones, and the movement is voluntary because it is around the arms and legs, which is under our control. Hence the movement is voluntary and it gives shapes to the body. The second one, if you see, it's around the heart. So they are also known as heart muscles. So it is cardiac muscles or heart muscles. So the main function is it leads to the contraction and relaxation of heart and causes the hearts to beat. That is, heart beats. So the cardiac muscles, it leads to contraction and relaxation of the heart. This function is not under our control, hence it is involuntary, and the heart beats 70 times per minute. Now lastly, the smooth muscles. They are present around the internal organs, such as if you see here, it is small intestine. Similarly, the stomach, the liver, and so on. It's present in internal organs other than the heart, because in the heart we have cardiac muscles. So the function, that is the movement of the smooth muscle, is also involuntary because it carries out vital functions in our body which we are unaware of, but it goes on. And these functions, they occur in slow manner. For example, the function which occurs in our stomach, in our small intestine, large intestine. So these takes time. So they are slow. So this was about the types of muscles: skeletal, cardiac, and smooth. Now, again, if you see here, the muscles around the heart, it is known as cardiac muscles. The muscles around the arm, if you see, the bones, that is skeletal muscles. And the muscles around the stomach, that is the internal organ, they are called as smooth muscles. So now let's learn the second part, that is the digestive system. So why do we consume food? So that we get nutrition. Nutrient is provided to human body. So what is exactly digestion? The conversion of food into soluble form and absorption into blood. This is called as digestion. So the digestive system, it comprises of alimentary canal and the digestive glands. Okay. So in alimentary canal, which are the organs which we will be learning? So it mainly comprises of mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum and the anus. Whereas the digestive glands, they are also present and they are connected along the alimentary canal. So what function the digestive glands do? These glands, they secrete enzymes. So enzymes are the substances which are secreted by specific organs which brings about chemical reaction. So basically it helps to break down the food. And the enzymes, they are biocatalysts. That is, it increases the rate of reaction. Without the secretion of enzymes, the functions of these organs will be impossible. So now we will learn the function of each part. But before that, according to you, where digestion begins? The first step.
Mouth.
Correct. So now we'll learn about each one of them. Firstly, the mouth. So the digestion of food begins in the mouth. Here we chew the food into small pieces with the help of teeth. And in the mouth, in the vocal cavity, we have presence of salivary glands. These salivary glands, they secrete saliva, and these saliva, it mixes with the food during the process of chewing. Then we have pharynx and esophagus. So this red color part, this is the esophagus. It is also known as food pipe. So it starts from the pharynx and it goes up to the stomach. Okay. So now here we can see three different organs: the liver, the stomach and the yellow color part, that is the pancreas. So the liver, it is the largest gland in the human body and it has rich supply of blood, and here we have presence of digestive juice called as bile. So this bile juice, it is secreted by the liver. This bile, it is carried on into the small intestine and it mixes the food and helps in digestion. So this was about liver. So when we intake the food from the mouth, it goes in the esophagus. From the esophagus, it is carried on towards the stomach. So if you see the structure of the stomach, it is sac-like part, and the stomach, it secretes gastric juice. So we have three main juices: hydrochloric acid, pepsin and mucus. So there is continuous churning of the food in the stomach, and while the food is in the stomach, it is acidic in nature. The food, it becomes semi-solid slurry and then it is pushed towards the small intestine. So here this is the small intestine. So it is 6 meter long and it is coiled. So most of the digestion and absorption of food takes place over here. There are various juices which mix and then all the absorption occurs. Lastly, the remaining, the undigested part, that is moved forward towards the large intestine. So it's about large intestine. If you see this now, so this is the large intestine. From here, all the undigested remaining food material, it is thrown out through the anus. This is the anus. So this was the function of various organs which are involved in digestive system: the mouth, esophagus, liver, pancreas, stomach, small intestine and the large intestine. So students, all, which activities can cause risk to the function of this organ? How these organs can be at risk? So, okay, activities such as consumption of alcohol, tobacco, smoking, these can cause damage. Slowly the organs, they will start dysfunctioning. As alcohol, it affects the liver, tobacco, the particles it sticks in our teeth, in the gums, and it can cause cancer. They can cause problems like vomiting, fatigue, and the food pipe, the intestine, the stomach. It causes inflammation, and hence it starts to dysfunction. Thus, we need to take care of the body so that the organs they can perform or function smoothly. So up till now we have seen the muscular system and the digestive system. Lastly, we'll just see the types of teeth. So there are four types of teeth: incisors, canine, molar and premolar. So firstly the incisors. So these incisors, the main function is biting and cutting down the food. They are four in pairs in each jaw. Next to the incisors we have canine. So they are the pointed teeth. So why these teeth are pointed? So that we can tear the food, that is the flesh, the meat. So canines, they are used for piercing and tearing the food. Then premolars and molars, they are situated next to the canines and they helps in chewing and grinding the food. Okay, so this was about the types of teeth. So up till now we have learned what is muscles, the definition of it, the characters, that is it gives shape and posture to the body. We learned the three different types: skeletal, cardiac and smooth. Skeletal attached across the bones, cardiac about the heart, and the smooth muscles around the internal organs except the heart. Then we saw digestive system. In this we learned about various organs such as mouth, pharynx, esophagus, liver, stomach, pancreas, small intestine and large intestine. Finally, we learned four different types of teeth: incisors, canine, premolar and molar. So till here anyone is having any difficulty, any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so let's proceed further. So what would happen if the cardiac muscles do not move? Can anyone answer? What would happen if the cardiac muscles do not move?
Heartbeat
Heartbeat
won't
won't
occur.
occur.
Correct. Heartbeat won't occur. Then give reasons why muscles must be strong and efficient. Anyone? Okay. So we know that our body, our organs carry out various functions. So if we won't keep our muscles strong and efficient, it can cause fatigue and the organs won't function smoothly. So it is very important that we keep our muscles strong and efficient. Lastly, how will you create awareness about harmful effects of tobacco, alcohol and smoking? How can you do this? Anyone? How will you create awareness about the harmful effects of these substances? So since you all are at school level, what you can do is you can prepare slogans about tobacco consumptions, smoking and alcohol, and you can create the awareness among parents, students and teachers. So lastly, the homework. Sketch and label diagram of the digestive system and describe it in your own words. Lastly, write down the different types of teeth along with its function. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes, sir, you're audible.
Hello. Yeah, yes, sir. Very nice presentation. Keep it up. And in your evaluation questions, scientific reason you ask, or what will happen if large intestine is not present in our body?
Y- yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I asked what would
First,
happen if.
Atif bhai, Isha, you just unmute yourself. So
Okay.
listen, the first type of questions will ask in the application. Okay. Otherwise, very nice. Keep it up.
Thank you,
Every
sir.
step was followed. Presentation was very nice. And I like it.
Thank you, sir.